Let's do it. Boys, it's Meta Monday time. It's time to do it. Let's go. Meta Monday, the 7th of November, 2022. We're not going to bother read this, but thank you very much, JCM, for doing this. Absolute legend. Let's talk about some of the wins. We got Coventry GT, 3-day, 150 plays, 8 rounds, won by Harlequins by Mr. Mike Porter. Mr. Mike Porter winning 8 with Harlequins, coming in second with Thousand Suns, a 30 Scarab cult list. 30, no flamers, 30 Scarab cult as far as I'm aware. It's fucking wild. And then in third place, your boy Innes Wilson with Gene Stealer Cult. He finally did it. He only dropped one game, stopped being fucking shit at Warhammer, and decided to go do alright. Well done to Innes. Well done, Innes. Absolute legend. We've also got Tau, Tyranids, Children of the Emperor, Necrons, Imperial Knights, Tyranids again, and Orcs at 6-2. Absolutely smashing top 10 at 8-round event. Shout out to all the players who did really well. Fair play. Rough round. Emperor's Children was Anthony Vanilla as well. So, yeah, smashing top 10. Just such a wild mix. The Coventry GT 2 days. So there's only 2 events at the same venue. This is where Stu Black came dead last. But Necrons 5-0, Emperor's Children 5-0. But so many 5-0s. Chaos Demons and Thousand Suns. So again, an interesting mix. So you got Chaos Space Marines and Demons doing really well this week. But you've also got like Harlequin still smashing it. So are they still a problem? Probably. Thousand Suns again 5-0 as well. And then you got like a nice mix. You got Necrons, Astra Militarum in 6th, which is mental still. Even though Astra Militarum are actually quite good right now, because of all the buffs that they've had from the balanced data slate, to still go 4-1, I'm still like, fuck me. Fair play. Fair play. Flames of Autumn, we've got Tau 6-0, Iron Warriors at 5-1. I think it's the first time we've seen Iron Warriors 5-1, which is pretty mental. Sisters, Tyranids, Sisters, understandable. Sisters and Tyranids are very, very good armies. Maelstrom, 47 players. Chaos Demons 5-0 again, and this is probably going to be happening a lot because while people are figuring out the Chaos Demon list, I think personally the Chaos Demons is like a gatekeeper list. But if you can go the mile and not hit like really like armies that are really good at dealing with you, then you can win. But what else? We've got the Benbull Clash, cool Harlequins, Chaos Demons, Yunari. What's that? Steel City? I live in the Steel City, chat. England? I live in England, chat. 24 players? I'm one of 24 players, chat. 5 rounds. Iron Hands, #1, aka Hellstormwargaming. I'm a winner! I fucking did it! I'm #1! Look at it, I've not bragged enough yet. I'm #1, look at it. Steel CGT, November 22. It's your boy! Let's go! Let's go! Fucking did it! I'm a winner. Look at me go. Look at it. #1. That's me. I'm #1. Epic Gamers only. Epic Gamers only. Let's go! Let's go! I'm on Meta Monday, the real win. I'm on Meta Monday finally. Let's go! Let's go. Fucking did it. Don't fuck with me. 24 players, lol. 24 players, lol. When was last time you won a 24-player event with the worst army in the game? Tell me. Tell me right now. I'm so hot. It's so hot at the top, chat. It's so hot at the top. #1. Look at it. Read it and weep. Gamer only. Please read it. There we go. Epic Gamer Trophy. Where shall I put it? Where shall I put it? Shall I put it here? Where you can see it up here. You can see it all the time. There we go. Woo. Anyway. Yes. I won a tournament. 100% win rate. Me. Iron Hands. What an epic gamer indeed. Let's go check the stats for Iron Hands this week. Where it is. Where is it? Iron Hands. Four players. One of them's me. 8 wins. Wait a minute. 53% win rate. Four players. 8 wins. I won 5. 4 players. Me. You mean to tell me that out of the 4 people who played Iron Hands, 3 of them won one single game and tanked my win rate to 53%? What the living bullshit is that? They won 1 game each on average. I won 5. What's wrong with you? 4 players, 8 wins. I was 5 of the wins. Ah! I wanted Iron Hands to have 100% win rate for once. That's all I wanted, and you ruined it for me. Who are these people, and why are they doing so bad? Why are they doing... Look at my win rate. It looks so shit. Imagine if it said 100 and it was all thanks to me. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted from life. I was saying to people yesterday, I was like, imagine if I'm the only Iron Hands player. I'll have 100% win rate. We were so close to greatness. Why did they decide to play Iron Hands and do shit with them? Couldn't they do really well? Can we have, like, Iron Hands 90% win rate? Think of the title, chat. Think of the title of the stream. Iron Hands 100% win rate, thanks to me. We could have had something amazing, but we didn't. We got this bullshit. We got this bullshit of winning 1 game each out of 10 games. Wait. Wait a minute. Iron Hands, 4 players, 8 wins, 15 games. So the other 3 players, let's do the maths. The other 3 players only won 3. If we take ours out, me out, 3 players, 3 wins in 10 games. What tournament were they at? Why was it only 3 rounds each? Or did they drop? Did they drop, but their stats were still included? Is that fair? I don't understand how this maths works, JCM. I don't understand how this maths works. If we take my numbers out, that's 3 players at 3 wins in 10 games. What tournament is 10 games? Did they just all go to the same tournament and win 1 game each? Drops and draws, maybe. Maybe. I count all games that were played, so drops count. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. That makes more sense. But they absolutely tanked my win rate. We were so close to having 100% Iron Hands or 90% Iron Hands, and just being thanks to my pure skill, which I have, obviously, because I'm an epic gamer and I won a tournament this weekend. Don't know if you knew. I've got a star on the shelf to prove it. There, number 1, just like me. I am number 1. You should tell the other 3 to take the weekend off. I really should have. I got fucking mugged. I got mugged, mate. But let's have a look at the roundup from JCM. Absolute babe. Harlequins are back on top this weekend with the biggest event of the weekend and 2 other events with a 56% win rate and a 57% 6-week win rate. So really, really high Harlequins, even with that nerf once again. Obviously, this 6-week win rate includes pre-nerf Harlequins, but 56% just this weekend is really good. But obviously, you got Mike Porter with 8-0, which really carries them. So Chaos Demons won 2 events, a 55% win rate, making up 13% of the top 5. Nids made up 20%. Town won an event at 54% as well. They're still really, really strong. They haven't been there for a long time. Codex Space Marines won an event. That's me, chat. He's talking about. He's talking about. He's talking about me, obviously. I mean, why wouldn't you? You know. Oh, that second of the season. At least second of the season. I'm one of 2 greats, and it's me and Nassim. Me and Naz, absolute boys. Lil Naz. Hellstormwargaming took his Iron Hands 5-0. I did. Overall, Iron Hands had a 53% weekend win rate. Absolute legendary. Here's the results, guys. I know you want to see them. You want to know the all-important question, right? How did I win 5 games in a row with Space Marines and get these results? Look at them. Read them and weep. Read them and weep. It's all thanks to one secondary. Shock Tactics. It's all thanks to Shock Tactics. As you can see, in the first game, I scored 12 points on Shock Tactics. As you can see. Look at it. I can't zoom, that's annoying. 12 points. You see this? 45-point win. Shock Tactics, I scored 15 points. Clearly, this secondary carrying me games. Crazy, guys. Can't believe it. If I didn't have Shock Tactics, I would have lost, probably. I actually would have. I actually would have lost if it wasn't for Shock Tactics. And why am I talking about Shock Tactics? Because Space Marines are not a bad faction. They're only bad because of new players, according to Stu Black. So the balanced data slate only affected Shock Tactics and made it count 4 VP rather than 3 for taking an objective from an opponent. You get 4 victory points rather than 3 that you did 2 weeks ago. And as you can see, even from these results, if I'd not scored those extra 2 points on this one, I scored Shock Tactics twice, I would have only scored 6 VP. I would have won 89-56. I probably would have lost the event. As you can see, and then against Ed with Sisters, really hard matchup. I only got 8 there. Imagine if it was worth 3 VP, I would have only won 90-41 rather than 92. Right? Imagine if I was only getting 6 points on Shock Tactics. I would have only got 90 points in this game. And then the final against Tyranids, my lowest scoring game, to be fair. Again, only 8 points. I would have only got 6. I would have won 85-43. Oh, mate, imagine if those extra VPs were there from Shock Tactics. Imagine if Shock Tactics only 3 points a turn for taking an objective rather than 4. Mate, what would I have done? I would have lost. I would have lost, mate. I would have, lost the entire tournament. But no, Shock Tactics, I took it every single game to prove a point. I took it every single game to prove a point. And it made no difference. It made no difference whatsoever. Shock Tactics is not enough, but I am clearly too powerful with it. Clearly, I am too much of a god gamer now that Shock Tactics is scoring 4 points rather than 3. These wins are just pouring in thanks to Shock Tactics and Shock Tactics alone. Did you purposely take Shock Tactics game? Yes, I fucking did. I was like, this secondary is kind of shit, but I'm going to take it. I need to prove a point. Of course I did. Games Workshop said that's all we need. We need 1 extra VP. That's all we need. That's all we need is 1 VP per turn for taking an objective. And it worked. That's why I've got 40 more points than my opponent in every game. Hey Ed, how you doing, bud? Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, so I'm not going to go through every single game and only do like a quick rundown of every single game, but the games went the same pretty much every time. Iron Hands are an Alpha Strike army, and that's just kind of what they do. I did post my list on Meta Monday in the comments because people are asking for it, but it is the same list I've been running for a while. You've seen it used on the channel multiple times now. It's the same list I took to LGT. It's the same list I've used against Tom, against Necrons, and something else. I think I played Blood Angels as well with it. I can't find my own name. This is cringe. How about down on it? Have I been downvoted? There we go. So yeah, so it's Master Artisan, a Whirlwind of Rage for reroll a hit, and 6 is the hit, explode in combat on the first round of combat. An Iron Hand successor. It's a Primaris Lieutenant with Rights of War. Warlord trait to give out Obsec, and it makes it 9 inches with the Warlord trait. Target protocols to reroll a hit, a wound, and a damage every time a unit shoots or fights. Assault Squad. 2 units of Incursors for 4 deploy. 3 big fat Redemptor boys with Plasma. Relic Contemptor, the character one, so it's got the Warlord trait for exploding 6s to shoot or fight, which is obviously really, really good. Twin Volkite and the missile launcher. 2 units of Vanguard Veterans with Lightning Claws and Chainsaw, then a fancy weapon on the Sergeant. 2 Land Speeders, best units in the game. Best units in the game. Okay? Best units in the game. Land Speeders were fucking sick, okay? 1, sniping characters, fucking flying 16 inches over stuff and just going... 2, tagging Flamers, right? Chaos Demon Flamers are the best unit in the game. Land Speeders are better because they don't die to Overwatch and they tag them through walls because they fly. You know? Flamers hiding behind a wall. Okay, I'm going to jump 16 and touch the wall now. You're in combat with me. You aren't going to kill me. And I'm going to do that. And really good for the Iron Hand secondary because they sit in the middle for a point for Cold Fury and then they jump in your opponent's deployments over for another one. And then kill stuff in shooting as well. Really, really good. Best unit in the Codex. And then Devastators, 2 Grav, 2 Melter, Armorium Cherub, both squads, and then Drop Pod. So, yeah, I did decide against Suppressors, and I'm so glad I did. I'm so glad I did. Suppressors wouldn't have helped. But yeah, Land Speeders just... I actually spoke to Nassim as well, because obviously Nassim played Iron Hands a lot. He's jumped to 10 now, Cringe-Lord. But, yeah, so they're just really good because of the speed. You just run over and jump stuff. Because I played against like a couple of armies. Like I played against Necrons and I managed to go over and kill the Chronomancer before it could Veil, which was kind of nice. Chaos Demons. Chris's list was really funky. It was kind of like not a super optimized Chaos Demon list, but it had a lot of good tools. So it had like 20 Bloodletters, some Plague Bearers, 10 Flamers, which is a nice amount, especially because you can't buy them. And then triple Bloodthirster, which was fucking scary as shit. But like you can only make one have the wound phase cap. But he placed these flamers behind buildings, behind walls twice, so to hide them, so I couldn't charge them from my stuff. We were like really far away, basically where he could advance and shoot with the flamers and then just fuck me up. But I managed to get my land speeders to charge 1 turn 1, which is kind of nice because he put them in the building with 24 inches apart and I moved 16. So I managed to tag them turn 1, and then I did it again in a few turns later. We hit them behind another building, managed to charge them. So I find if you're gonna deal with flamers, like something that's T6, they'll just really struggle to deal with. They murder infantry with you charging with everything that's that. But now because you have to start scouts in the Land Speeder Storm, I can't take them because I don't take scouts. But yeah, so I think I went, and the final game I played against Tyranids, this was Leviathan, but it was kind of like all Leviathan, but like kind of taking the nerfs on the chin. So it was only like 1 unit of warriors. It was 2 Harpies, Exocrine, Flying Hive Tyrant with Reaper Oblitrex, a Hive Tyrant with Shard Gullet, Zone Thropes, Neurothrope, Venom Thropes, all the normal stuff, Biovores for Spore Mines and stuff. And I managed to go first, and I picked up, I think we can just look at the score sheet. Like, Colin took it like a champ, but I went first. It was the Scouring, which is a shite mission, and it's shite terrain on LGT terrain. But I got 7 bring it down points. I killed the Exocrine, 2 Harpies, and I picked up a load of infantry as well because I managed to charge them with Devastators again. I was just shooting and charging with Devastators. It was so much fun. But yeah, it was pretty brutal. So getting rid of the Harpies early and against a Tyranid list is really, really good because they're really hard to kill as well because one of them's got Synapse, so it can't be winning on better than a 4+, and then the other one has a 4+ invuln. So they are actually quite tough to shift. But when you've just got so many guns and you're like 24 inches apart and everything's on the front line, it would have been pretty mental. So So that's basically how you deal with Tyranids as a Space Marine player. Heal everything before they get a turn. What kind of land speeders? Normal land speeders with a multi-melter at 70 points. Now that tech was from Nassim as well. Really, really good unit. He should have put them in reserve, but it's like 4 VP to put 2 Harpies in reserve. And he only starts with 2 just because of all the detachments and stuff. But yeah, we spoke about it. He deployed them aggressively because it's a scouring. Obviously, it's short table edges, so you got like the short sides of you like that way. He wanted to bomb my Contemptor, which is understandable because that's a really good way for Timmy to kill it. And if he'd gone first, he could have and probably killed it. I think if I'd gone second in the turn of the game, I probably would have lost. But because I went first, I had a huge advantage. But yeah, so put the Harpies on the front line because you've got to fly over the model and then the move. But I deployed my Contemptor far back because I was in a position where if I move forward, I can hit a Harpy. If I'm where I am, I'm going to get hit by a Harpy with bombs, but I'm going to take that risk. If you put them further back, you won't be able to fly over, which means I can attempt to get a free turn of shooting anyway, so I probably killed 2 Harpies anyway. But we kind of discussed this after the game. I said maybe you should have put one in reserve, put one really far in the corner away from me, in the hopes it survived. The 4+ invuln one maybe, or even the transhuman one. That's a little bit harder to kill. But I think that was like kind of a mistake on his part. But again, if he'd gone first, he would have absolutely mullered me. And I think that was probably the one game. I know someone just asked me about going first. So I went first in the Space Marine game. The Space Marine game was 30 Vanguard veterans as White Scars. I went first in that game. I went first against Sisters, and I went first against Tyranids. So I actually went second in two of my 5 games, which is probably about, it's literally average. So against Demons, I went second, and they just like ran towards me, and I just had to drop in and shoot, and I killed 2 blood. I'd killed 1 bloodthirster, and then left another one on 1 wound. It was Scarbrand, he was on 1 wound. But then against the Sisters, I went first and absolutely just nailed half the army because the LGT terrain is dog shit. If you got a drop pod, it's dog shit. It's great for deployment. Like deployment lines, the terrain is great. There's not many firing lanes except for Scouring, which is dog shit. But there's not many firing lanes from one deployment to the other. But as soon as you swap the map around, and you'll find this on a lot of terrain, except for like really, really heavy boards. So like a lot of armies don't like it, like towns, stuff like that. And mine won't like it either. When you've got like, I need an example. I don't know if I have one, but like if you're playing Dawn of War on LGT terrain, there's no firing lanes across from each other. But as soon as you get like a side angle across Dawn of War, there's just no terrain. It's just like all firing lanes. It's really dumb. And that's a big problem with a lot of terrain packs, is that they're settled for deployment, but they're not settled for the rest of the game. So if you go, all right, I'm going to deploy my army like this to hide from your army over the other side of the board, and then a drop pod comes in, you can see half the army, you can just shoot everything. So it's just kind of how it does really well. And again, you need forward deploy, and you need pre-game moves to stop drop pods and stuff like that. That's what you really need. So. But yeah, so I went first against the Sisters. I went first against the Tyranids. And I went first against the Space Marines in game 1. But the Space Marines is a random one. So it's like, I think if they'd gone first, it would have been able to get a lot of their Vanguard a lot more closer. Because there's like 30 Vanguard veterans, some characters. But I just deployed out of range. So it's like if I'd gone second, I could have just charged everything in. So, but yeah, it was a really, really fun event. It was only a small event, so jokes aside, like, it wasn't exactly like I've just won a fucking LVO. I won a 24-man event, but it was still fun, It's nice to go and win a tournament no matter the size. And it's not like I played against bad armies or bad players. They are really all like I played like 4 of the meta armies that I didn't play against Chaos Space Marines because there weren't any. But like the Necrons was the list. It was like a bunch of Destroyers and Silent King. It was Chaos Demons with Flamers and Bloodthirsters. Maybe it could have had Be'lakor. It was kind of like a bit of a skew list. The Sisters list was Bloody Rose. Fucking Nails list, but I just managed to get it. And then the Tyranid list was a Tyranid list. So even at a small event, it was still really fun to play against some really, really strong armies. And just have a good time. So yeah, it was really, really fun. I really, really enjoyed it. So... And I won, so fuck you all. So, but that was my experience of winning and being the best gamer, the best Space Marine player. As I said, my 5 wins, making Iron Hands 100% win rate, giving the buff to Iron Hands to have a 53% win rate this week, was completely counteracted by Stu Black going 0-5 and bringing it back down to 34%. When does the Bloody Rose Summon go out of date? I've got no idea. But that helped. It was really good. So, but yeah, so it's pretty mental. That's what I'll say. So, but yeah, so let's have a look at the standouts this week. What we've got, nothing crazy. 36% Black Templars, kind of shite right now. Space Marine Book once again. Blood Angels 45%, but making up top 4% of placing, which is quite interesting. Chaos Demons 55%, 48 players. That's quite a few. 48 players for Demons is quite a lot. That's really shot up this week. Chaos Knights kind of falling behind. Dark Angels falling behind. Death Guard on the back foot. Death Watch bad. Anything with the Space Marine Codex is bad. Grey Knight's bad. Imperium, 1 player, 80%. That could have been me. I should have just put myself down as Imperium. Sisters of Battle, 57% win rate this weekend. That's mad. That's stupidly high. What's Tyranid set at? Tyranid's 58%, 1% more. Thousand Suns, 50. Whoa, look at this. This is awful. Where's Harlequins? Harlequins there. And then this. Sisters, Tau, Thousand Suns, Tyranid, Gianari. Damn. How much damage did I do to the Custodians win rate? Dog shit this week, mate. 51%. Not that great. Yeah, so some real problem army. Where's G to the Cult 54%, thanks to Innis. Where's Necrons? Necrons 49%. Interesting. Leagues of Votan 47. This is probably the last week before their models actually come out. Probably not. Probably not going to stay like this for a while. But yeah, problem armies, there you go. Sisters of Battle, really good army. Really scary even when you kill a lot. Tau are proving to be a very big problem. Thousand Suns proving with Flamers being a big problem. And Tyranids, even after receiving 8 or 9 nerfs, still very good. And then obviously Iron Hands 53%, no problem to see here. Don't look at here, no problem guys, no problem. Black Legion 59%, fuck me. Creations fell off a little bit. Emperor's Children 53%. So Chaos Space Marines and Thousand Suns proving to be the Chaos factions to be played right now. Iron Hands proving to be the best way to play Space Marines. And Sisters of Battle being the best way to play anything else. And Tyranids. Damn, what a crazy week. And I'm one of them. I'm the crazy week. Because I won. But I think that about wraps it up this week. What a fun stream. I hope you all had a great time. I certainly did. And I won a tournament. So I had a great time too. I'm going to look at Discord. There better be some decent memes. Because I won a tournament, I don't know if you realised. I won this week. I'm a winner. So, here it is. Won a GT. First place. Georgie. Best of 24 players. Plains of Autumn, College GT. Steel City GT. It's me. It's your boy. Let's go. Let's go. Open your Christmas Battle Force. Check for Reavers. Excellent. Is that the only meme I'm worth? Is this all I'm worth, chat? No memes. This is all I'm worth. Girogi, Steel City GT in third. I was first. Ignore this shit. No one cares about UKTC. No one cares. It's a bad tournament. Putting tables up and not doing anything else is not a tournament. I was the best player this weekend. Give me attention. Nerf Ultramarines. What, 17% win rate? Fuck me. Look at that. That is awful. 17%. 8 players, 6 wins. They didn't even get 1 win each. That's bad. That's bad. My one White Scars player, who I played round 1, got 40%. What a lad. Well done, Callum. Oh, where's Admec anyway? What's Admec doing? 32%. Nothing can help them. Well, there we go. That's it, chat. That's all I've got for you this week. This was really fun. So whenever I criticise 40k and people say I don't know what I'm talking about, I now have proof that I know what I'm talking about. I obviously know what I'm talking about. I'm an epic gamer. I won a tournament. A 24-man one. It doesn't matter what size it is. I heard you could build a coaching service off winning a narrative event. So, it's fine. Well, that's it. So I'm going to go now. So thank you all for watching. We appreciate you all. Thank you all for the super chats and all the memberships. I really appreciate it. If you want to become a member, jokes aside, it does help me keep the lights on. It does help me keep the heating on. And it helps keep lots of food in my belly, obviously. And it really, really supports the channel. Everything goes back into the channel, including myself. So thank you all for your support and all the super chats. So mean the world as well. So, is anyone live? No. No one is live. So we're just gonna have to end the stream. So yeah, go watch a video I put out on Friday about spiky bits. I'm gonna probably wrap what we did up today into a small video just to like clear up what happened. And yeah, I'll be back with Louis probably on Wednesday this week. Talk all things ogres and maybe Slaves to Darkness if my box set ever turns up from Games Workshop, because UPS lost it. So thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you next time.